Hi, welcome to Funny You Should Mention, where we figure out what's going on in the heads and minds of these comedians. This comedian is Steph Tolev, who is Filth Queen, and I only say that because that's your own branding, Steph.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think one day you're going to say, I can't believe back in the 20 twats I was Filth Queen or whatever we called it?
Absolutely not. I don't know. I think dirty all the time. So I think I'm just being myself.
Oh, you can't not be.
I'm not trying to be filthy.
Right.
And like everything, because I just had a special come out on Netflix, and like everything I say, all the stories on there are real. Like I'm like, I don't want to be choked out by a man in a basement, but that just happened to me. I'm like, I would wish that did not happen to me actually. But like,
right. Although there was a moment during that exchange where you were, I wouldn't say enjoying it, but you got the better of him.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you're in a situation like that, you really have to. You have to go along with it. Otherwise, you think you're going to be murdered in a man's basement. So,
right. That's one of those things where, that's right. You can't resist. You have to, what is it? What is the martial art where you like use their body momentum with you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you have to use a little bit of that.
I should have probably just gone like full and just choked his dick right off. That could have been something. I don't know. If I would have liked it.
In retrospect, so many things. Yes.
Everything,
So of all the filth, do you think there's a sex filth and a body filth?
Yes, I kind of do, but I think it's a kind of a fine line. It's like, I don't think all filth has to be sexual.
Right. Because I know I've been listening to your show and there's a body portion of it, right?
Yes.
Don't you say the most disgusting thing ever to happen to you?
Yes,
Wasn't that
yeah. My
question?
podcast has like, that's one of the questions, like the roast is like, come do it when you're in LA. Because everybody has one. Everybody has like some haunting story that's disgusting, that's like ruined them as a kid or like even as an adult. Like,
yeah.
Some people's are really bad.
Do you, of the hundreds of episodes that you've done, does one of your guests' disgusting body thing stand out? Tell
Gabby
me.
Lamb.
Okay.
Hilarious comedian in LA.
Oh, this is a story from a nurse.
Oh no.
A woman came in to the ER. Mm-hmm. This story was told to me by a nurse, and she was complaining about really bad abdominal pain. And she was like, there's something off. It smells really bad. I don't know what's going on. The nurse, they're like, okay, well, we'll take a look. And she had like really bad bloating. And she said like she took, she takes her pants off, and the nurse was like, it smelled so bad. Something was so wrong.
Inside the vagina.
This woman.
No. No.
This woman wanted to, okay. She was trying to convince her husband that she was pregnant. Okay.
Oh, no.
So she put a raw chicken into her pussy to, I don't know where's the thing.
Whoa.
And she left it in there.
Like a chicken cutlet? Like a breast? What do you mean a whole?
What she said was just a raw chicken. I don't know what that means.
Okay. This is this is bad.
This is bad. It's so bad.
Also, like the idea of just a raw chicken by itself makes me like salmonella makes me fucking sick.
Of course.
So picturing a raw, the whole thing is so wild. And like her friend was like, well, she had to go down there and get it out. Was like, I've never smelled anything so bad. There's been like probably worse, but that one, just because I guess I'm a woman, it stuck with me in a way where I'm like,
well, I mean, I'm
like
a man, and I'm never gonna forget it.
Because it's just like if I touch a piece of chicken, even like it's on my counter, I have to bleach my counter now because I'm grossed out by that.
Wouldn't she have not given birth but hatched? Wouldn't she have an egg?
There's so many questions. We would assume there was an egg. We would assume even a full chicken. Like a rotisserie would have made more sense to me because that kind of came out done.
Yeah.
But like it was the whole thing was very
I can't believe we're dragging Kenny Rogers into this after all this time. The egg, what came first? The chicken, the egg, her boyfriend. So many questions.
So many questions, and all of them, the answer is gross. So I don't love it.
Would you say your breakdown of guests is 50-50 men and women?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Do the men have more disgusting body stories or the women?
Probably the women. The women have definitely more.
Because, why do you think? You have any theories?
I think we've heard more horror stories growing up.
I think that's probably true.
I don't know why our parents always scared us with like weird things.
Yeah.
I don't know. But a lot of like the worst stories come from people who have worked in the healthcare. So like nurses or like I had Dr. Pimple Popper on.
Yeah.
Sandra Lee and hers. She showed me some stuff. I was like, I can't close my eyes at night without seeing these things that she showed me. Like I can't explain them.
So you're both, you're attracted and repelled at the same time.
I'm repulsed by it. The only reason I started this podcast is because I always have something wrong with me. I always have a weird ailment or rash or disease. Like something's always going on.
This is why it's called Steph Infection.
Yes, I didn't want to start like this. I don't want to be like this.
Yeah.
But I'm something always, literally before my first special day with Bill, the Friends Who Kill, I went to my sister's wedding in Mexico and I ended up getting this crazy sun eczema reaction. I don't know what it was, but I had 3rd-degree burns all over my body.
Yeah.
That I was like wrapped heavily in like gauze, like minutes before going on stage.
Yeah.
Like just open sores that took like months to
The
close.
most painful thing, right? My wife got that in Mexico, in Tulum. Maybe it's the Mexico
Really?
sun.
Did she actually? Like full like patches and bumps everywhere?
Yes.
What the heck?
It was a they don't talk. They talk about Montezuma's revenge, but not the sun.
Really? It's the sun.
Yeah,
it's the sun, I think, in the sun and the seas. I just got it again. I was on the Heather McMahon cruise and we went off one day and I came back and I was like, and I looked at my whole back again. And I was in the shade. So I don't even know if it's I don't know what's going on.
Do you not use SPF?
I use so much SPF. I'm covered in 70 right now.
I can't tell. Are you a person of the pale or are you more of a swarthy type?
I'm swarthy. I'm Eastern European. So I'm like, I think
But isn't that more, you're Bulgarian,
yeah,
right?
it should be more like, right now I have a spray tan on. If you're looking at me thinking, what's wrong with it? I'm fully spray tan for this thing I have to do tomorrow, but I'm like a hustler shoot. I have to casually mention, no vagina, no boobs. I have to say that very clearly.
Classy.
It is classy. Are
you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Hustler still
I'm
exists?
literally in New York right now to do this hustler shoot tomorrow.
What is Hustler? Is it?
I remember
know
what
it
it
was
is.
in
Don't act like you don't know what it is.
1987. Remember when what's his name? Larry Flint owned it, right?
I don't know. You know
People
the ins and outs.
People versus Larry Flint. That was his magazine. Hustler.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was more.
I thought you were doing it for First Amendment reasons.
I do want to become a citizen. I didn't realize it was full open. And I did some looking and I'm like, I thought it was like tasteful, like lingerie.
Okay.
Not that I'm saying it's not tasteful if it's full open, but just so everyone knows, I will not be showing anything.
This is not why Hustler exists. It's the opposite.
I'm going to be the only one clothed.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping all those men who like Hustler, they would probably like my comedy. So we're trying to get them to go watch my comedy.
I think if I tell you some more things about Hustler, you might not want them in the audience.
How about? Oh no!
Hustler was, from what I remember, from never subscribing but browsing at various.
Sure.
So People versus Larry Flint, he did become a First Amendment icon, and he was shot and crippled by a crazy anti-pornography guy. I think that's right. He was definitely shot and crippled, but they always would push the envelope. And so there's First Amendment cases is what's called People versus Larry Flint. But so many of their covers were so offensive. And their most offensive cover was a woman, a naked body being put into a meat grinder.
Oh my!
So that's what you're walking into, Steph.
Oh my God! I didn't know this.
I don't want to freak you out.
Oh, I should have done a little.
But it was a tasteful meat grinder.
And she wasn't actually putting the meat grinder. I mean, they're probably just trying to get people's attention.
And it was motivated by the plot, which was we needed to eat burger of woman. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, mine won't be that. It'll be a nice, tasteful spread.
My theory as to why, and I don't know, maybe I'm just, pulling something out of the air that sounds good, but it's probably true that women were more raised to fear their bodies or to find things disgusting about their bodies than men were, right? I mean, maybe in my generation.
Well,
we're
yeah, and I
10
think,
years different.
childbirth and friggin' periods alone, it's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Clots are coming out of us all the time. Like, there's already weird things happening to us. Like, what comes out of your pee hole? Jizz and piss.
Yeah.
We've got like discharge and like weird shit and we're shoving tampons in there and there's, it's just like a lot of stuff's going on.
And occasionally poultry, apparently.
There's, raw chicken is sometimes flopping out. How to get in there. Like stuff's always coming out.
From your Steph Infection show, and I'm not going to say complaining, but describing the things you have you ever gotten good diagnoses from listeners?
Yeah, I was calling that sun thing toad hands because I had on my hands mostly. But then this one girl sent me a link. It's a very specific eczema from the sun. So I didn't know what it was because I went to 3 doctors that popped my blisters.
Yeah.
They sampled it because they tried to figure out what it was.
Oh, for the medical journals.
Because that's exactly. So that I would say, I think and other people have been like weirdly diagnosed from it.
Yeah.
So you can learn some things.
And I never know this with Canadians, and we haven't established the fact yet. I mean, you and I have, but I must tell the audience you are Canadian. Is it eczema or eczema in Canada? I never know.
Did I say eczema?
I think you said eczema, but I don't want to jump on you. I don't know. in America.
I said eczema. Maybe that's how I say it.
Maybe it's like
I said eczema. I don't know what it
maybe
is
use
now.
Noxema for eczema.
I think
don't
we
know.
do. Maybe we do. That's a good cream.
So yeah. Oh, one of the top 5.
Yeah,
You got your
it's
Dove,
definitely gets in there.
It does everything. Yeah. So the Filth Queen is some sex stories and some body stories, but also a lot of family stories. So
Yes.
I think that, as a viewer, I liked you immediately. I'll get to the dummy and establishing yourself in Boston. But I do think the family stories ground you as, an actual person rather than this idea.
I remember I first got, how people get dice and they hang them from the windows? I found these 2 fuzzy tits. I thought they were so funny. I put them in the car. So
You're
I was
a
rolling around.
16-year-old girl with titties
I
hanging.
thought it was so funny. My dad had to move the car once. My friend Alexis, because she lived around the corner, she walked out, she goes, "Why is one of your titties hanging down the street?" I go, "What do you mean?" My dad got so mad, he ripped them out of the car and threw them down the street. And then I went back and I bought the exact same pair the next day.
I would be like,
I was so
if
mad.
I got in my car, my 16-year-old daughter had titties hanging.
It's
like,
hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, I used to talk way more about my dad when I first started.
Yeah.
But I kind of went off that because he was getting annoyed by it.
Yeah. Well, so different comedians have different rules, and some say, "Oh, they never listen," and some will tell me that they're never upset, and then they get upset at the weirdest thing, like a thing that of the 30 insults, the 31st, which is benign, they get mad at. Rachel Feinstein told me that. Well, what about your dad? Did he get upset with something weird?
Yeah, because I would joke that we have the same boobs, and it really pissed him off. Even though he does have the same boobs as me, he's like not a big man, but he has like weird Bulgarian tits, and he got like pissed about that joke, which is insane now because I close on a joke on the road.
Yeah,
I have a photo that my dad sent me from us as kids, and he's like. He's got the biggest dick I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's like these sweatpants. And he sent it to me as like a cute family photo. And I'm like, are you fucking demented? But he came to my show in Toronto and I put it up on like the big screen.
Yeah.
And he was walking around real smug after that show.
He was smug.
He was like, that photo's funny, huh? And like all these women were like, oh my God, that's Steph's dad. And I was like, you love this. So now all of a sudden he's saying nothing, that I'm making fun of his big dick. But before when it was his big tits, that was an issue.
What does your mom think of all this?
I don't know. I think she's mad that I'm not talking about her probably. Because I talked to my aunt in the special. But I mentioned that gingerbread house, which is funny. My aunt yesterday on Facebook posted a photo of the gingerbread house to be like proof she really did eat it.
I knew as soon. It wasn't just because it was on the album before. Like that was one that was a holdover, right? Because I could tell that really happened. First of all, I know that you have said, "I wish I was the kind of comedian who could make up punchlines." Everything just really happened.
Yes,
and you don't actually make up punchlines.
No.
So you figure out what would be the funniest thing to end on, but it's not an invention.
That's what the problem with the friggin' choking story. That's an old story.
Yeah.
But every time I would do it, the ending, everyone was like, okay. Because the ending is I left. The ending is I saw the Etch a Sketch. I wanted to say something and I walked out and the people would be like, I'm like, well, that's the ending.
Right.
I can't make up something like I killed the man in his house or something. I'm like, that's what. So every time I would try to like make up an ending. It didn't feel natural anymore. I felt like a phony. I'm like, this didn't happen.
But you could, so this is what great nonfiction writers do. When you read a great nonfiction book, you can't really, there's no discerning that it's nonfiction or fiction. You're never saying to yourself, if it's a great nonfiction book, that this is something less than a good, compelling story. I guess the decision is where to end, what to emphasize more than what happened.
I
So
guess.
what did you decide? How did you decide on the ending for that?
I really leaned into the Etch a Sketch. And like I got one of my friends, actually Pat Bircher, if you know him.
Yeah.
He gave me the tagline of you can't rush art. So that I'm like, that really made it a bit nicer. And then I went into like another joke about like stinky dicks or whatever.
Where are you
Classic.
So some comedians don't love to have friends suggest a tagline. Some do. Some it's open and collaborative.
I don't get a lot of them because it's like real stories. But Pat Bircher and Alex Pavone, I don't know as well.
He was
they
on
both
your show. I heard him on your
her. Him, no, Alex.
Oh,
yeah,
Alex. Who am I thinking? Is there another Alex who was on your show? A girl named Alex? Anyway.
There's probably. Alex Pavone, I'm staying with him out here too. He opens me all the time. They saw me every fucking night for like 3 years. So I'm like, any kind of taglines, I'm definitely open to it.
Yeah.
Well, that's smug.
Did you open for Bill Burr? Is that how he got to know you?
I did, but he got to know me through this literally a video I posted on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
He just sought you out.
I did this thing called the Central like years ago.
Oh, I remember that show.
But there were so many comics and we all kind of met him in one day and it was like so much. And then nothing happened and COVID hit and of course I was gone. And then he saw this video I did making fun of New Yorkers where I'm like, I'm walking here and he like loved it. And then he like DM'd me and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then from there,
and he's just been a champion of your career.
Yeah, he's just been like super nice. And he's not like, up my ass or anything, but all things, my podcast is on his company's, podcast network. So that's how that kind of got into play.
Do you think he's listed as an executive producer of this special, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And he does the intro. And how much do you think that helps you get credibility or viewers or anything else?
It helped. It completely changed my career.
Tell me.
Oh yeah. When he, that first time when he shared that video, when I opened for him and then he put me on his Friends Who Kill, that went from me doing like C clubs, like barely getting booked in LA to completely changed everything.
Did your act change at all?
No, it's been the exact same for years. I have never changed. I have been this exact. That's what you put my whole albums. Like some of the stuff on the special is old stuff, but I was like, this is my big break. So to say my first Netflix special, I'm going to put on the hits. Yeah. I'm going to put on old stuff.
Is that affirming or frustrating that one lucky break that you deserved, but for it, you'd maybe still be doing, I don't know, C+ clubs, and then you get it, and now you're the classic example of the overnight success who took years and years and years. But it could be frustrating. Like you could ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? The answer was nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky and I'll never, I did get passed at the store on my own. So I'm like, I still had that. So I think it slowly would have happened. I'm not sure if an Netflix special would have happened this quickly, but I think down the line it might have. But I am very thankful because it's like, some people, but it's also like, I've worked so fucking hard for so long. It's not like I just did this. Like, I was a Canadian headliner to come here, start again. The whole, like, I don't just do stand-up. I do sketch. I do podcasts. Like, I act. Like, it's like I'm not screwing around here. I'm doing it all.
Now, as far as the Canadian thing, I heard a very old interview you did with Ian Bagg, is it?
Yes, I love Ian Bagg.
So he's a great Canadian comedian. And both of you guys agreed in different ways that Canada is not just the minor leagues of comedy. It's more like if you had never left Canada, you both said you'd be out of comedy. Like, you'd give it up.
Yes. I will say this special, I'm the 4th Canadian ever to have an hour special.
Is that right?
One podcast in Canada has spoken to me. They don't give a fuck about their comedians. It's like infuriating to the point that I was like literally the cover of the LA Times entertainment section like last week. I can't even get the Toronto Star to like talk to my PR people. They won't even answer an email. And I'm like, I'm such a proud
Canadian. The Edmonton Sun, the Calgary Stampede.
I'm from Toronto. It doesn't make any sense. Like it's actually making me insane at this point how much they don't give a fuck about their own talent. So it's like everyone, there's maybe right now I could list 4 or 5 comedians I know who are making a good living. Yeah. The rest of them are still working part-time jobs. Which is sad.
Who are the other 3 Canadians? Do you remember? Did they tell you? Who got a Netflix special?
I Googled it.
Yeah.
Mae Martin, Sabrina Jalise, and Norm Macdonald.
Oh, wow. Of course.
Yeah. I was on Wikipedia, baby. If I'm wrong, fact check me, but I did a lot of Googling.
I forgot Mae Martin was Canadian. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you even mention being Canadian in this special? I Googled it.
I don't think I do.
I was saying to myself, I don't think she's actually from Boston. She definitely has some Bostonian type attitude, but not an accent. And then I looked into you and it cracked wide open.
Yes, I wanted to film in Toronto, but I did a huge theater there last year. So I was like, I knew I wouldn't be able to get the crowds I wanted. And Boston was the craziest show I did in the last 2 years. Yeah. Like the audience was insane. I was like, as soon as I got off stage, I'm like, this is where I'm filming special. Yeah. Like they were just unhinged. And I'm like, this is the energy I want to be brought to a taping. So
in the beginning of the special, you show up in Fenway Park and you get thrown, I think, out of a bleachers. And then you wind up in the Charles River. And I don't want to give the magic away, but it's a dummy.
No, it's a dummy. I just posted the whole thing today. It's I'm heavily influenced by like British comedy. And like I watch The Naked Guns over and over and over. Like I love slapstick, stupid stuff. Yes. And as soon as we started this, I'm like, I want a dummy. I want a dummy that looks exactly like me.
But wait, this is my question. Did you put are you such a taskmaster? Like, no, the dummy needs the hair has to be over here. Because the dummy did not look lifelike or like you really.
No, at all.
It reminded me of, you ever see Escape from Alcatraz?
Yes.
When they gather the hair clippings from working in the barber shop and they have this crude dummy and sneak out the tunnel. I'm like, that's the kind of dummy
that is exactly it. Well, we looked into realistic looking dummies and they were very expensive.
Yes.
Because it started because I really wanted to crowd surf off and turn that into a dummy. Yeah. So that's where that idea came from.
Oh, so the last thing we see, the last dummy is the inspiration for all the dummies.
Yeah. And I really wanted to do the long fall across because that's like a video I've been doing for a while on my Instagram. So I'm like, I wanted to open on something so stupid stupid and not dirty to try to get people to come in, whatever. So that was how that started. And then I'm like, oh, if we have the dummy. But like we looked into realistic ones, they were like thousands of dollars.
Right. And also I don't know if it hurts the comedy. Like if it looks too real, you're like, is that
it's also, this one was like $60 from the Halloween thing. So if we need a second one, it was, by the end of it, the dummy was crazy. Like,
the dummy needs a dummy?
There's no head. The face, because the first shot we did was throwing it over Fenway.
Yeah.
And the face completely smashed.
Yeah. And so you kept using the same dummy?
Yeah, because we were going to go out. We had one day, because we shot the special the day before, and then we had like 3 hours next day to film the opening. And we were rushing to get, that's why the dummy gets thrown face first, because it has no face.
Wait, is that why your boyfriend Jefferson plays a fisherman? Because you didn't
Him,
have
and
people
actually,
around?
that's my best friend Al, the other fisherman. Everybody in the opening is my friend.
And it's not like to throw a cameo their way. It's like, that's just who
No,
you
I
had.
needed them.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
literally, I was like, Al was in Boston and Jefferson was there, and I needed them. And Jefferson also wrote the theme song.
Oh, really?
So the opening, that song you hear playing.
Yeah.
Him and like 4 musicians from Nashville wrote it. It's very cool.
I didn't even pick up on the country flavor, but now that you say that. So, okay, philosophically, that's interesting that the whole thing is Filth Queen and you're wearing a jacket, I guess, that's discernibly saying Filth Queen, but you did want to start with something a little less than totally filthy. Why? What was the philosophy
to get people
there?
to watch it.
Yeah?
Yes.
And you think if you hit them with the filth, like aren't the clips online filth forward?
But they're
How
not
could you
that
find-
filthy.
They're
Like,
not.
I don't think anything I say is that filthy. I don't think hemorrhoids are filthy. I don't think shitting myself is. I don't think like weighing $2,000 worth of tuna is filthy. Like, I don't, maybe it's because I swear it sounds filthier.
So
but
what
like,
would be filthy? Then what's your definition of
I
filthy?
guess the choking I think is filthy.
yeah.
And
So when someone gets hurt, it's filthy.
that, or like that just seems a bit more, that's more nasty in the bedroom. Like
Yeah.
a choke than like, you know, a funny date where like I'm dating a small guy, or like, I guess farting on the guy's dick and balls. That's probably filthy to some people. That might be considered, again.
I don't know. Do you know the comedian Caitlin Palufo?
Yes, I do.
She
Friends,
talks a
yes.
lot about dating the small.
Yes. We both bonded over that for quite some time.
This
Yes.
is true. The small
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yes. She has a joke about eating soup that you might like also. Anyway, it's about how her boyfriend eats soup because she eats soup, and then the way his delivery mechanism. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it, but I was wondering if with all this filth talk and filthiness, do you think that there is some audience who would like you, but not is put off, but thinks that that's all you are?
Probably. What I'm getting the most, which is really wild, and I'm not surprised, it's men DMing me saying, I wasn't going to watch you. I hate female comedians.
Oh, that's great. You want that.
The amount of these messages I've gotten
Yeah.
is so fucked up. It's like making me crazy. I hate female comedians, but I watched you and I fucking loved it. Maybe you'd like more female comedians if you didn't fucking judge us for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a lot of those. So it's like, and it's like any woman who was watching has been like, yes, we fart in bed. We like have all these things. Like I don't think I'm not saying anything out of the ordinary. It's like I'm saying stuff that's never happened to any of us.
Yeah. Steph, if you think the hustler crowd's going to be totally different, I am sorry.
But at
you might
least
be
those men
disappointed.
like women.
In a way.
In a way, they're at least supporting them by buying these magazines.
I mean, the Etch-a-Sketch choke guy would say he likes women.
I was waiting to see if any of those guys from the special would message me, and none have yet.
Yeah.
I'm
But you know who
curious.
they are.
I couldn't get in contact.
Oh,
A couple of them I
okay.
probably could.
Yeah.
But like Choke Guy, that was off Tinder probably 12 years ago. I could not tell you that guy's name if you put a gun in my ass right now.
Of
I have
course.
no idea.
Gun
his
to
name.
the ass. Quick, gun
I
to the ass. What do
literally
you
could
say?
not give you his first, last, or middle name. I don't know. I barely know what he looks like anymore.
Do you find yourself having experiences, or maybe if you're on the fence, should I do this or not, saying, I'm going to do it because it could always be a comedy bit, a story. I could turn it into something.
No,
No,
I always
no.
go. I would go into every date hoping it would be good.
No, I'm not even talking about date. I'm talking
like
about
in general?
anything in life. Oh, this is kind of crazy, but if it goes bad, could be good comedy.
No, I think I live my life normally, and then just things just.
Well, I've heard
so
a little
happen.
bit out your life. I don't know what normally means.
I hosted the AVN Awards this year.
Really?
Yeah, and that was great. Actually, that was the most supportive group of people I've ever seen in my entire life.
What were some of the
The highlights
odder
were
categories?
like best blowjob.
That's that you
Otter,
would
I guess,
figure.
was best. Like I don't even remember. best MILF threesome, maybe. There was like some pretty wacky
Does that mean
ones.
all 3 are MILFs? Or
Yeah,
is there like a quota? Like at least you need 2 MILFs to qualify.
I don't, to be honest, I was so focused on hosting that I was like really, it was so funny that I was like backstage, like getting ready to say these people's names. And then behind me was just this like girl deep throating some guy's ass. And I'm like, anyways, coming up next, like it was, it was like a regular job from your face. People, the craziest part about the awards were women flashing me after.
Uh-huh.
They're like, yeah, you rocked. And I was like, whoa, my God. Like, and their vaginas.
Yeah.
Girl flashed me down there. I was like, this is crazy.
But you get inured to it after a while.
I mean,
right?
no. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never been flashed at like sometimes people make me sign their tits and then they show me. They're like, how's that? And I'm like, this isn't for me.
Uh-huh.
I'm straight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you have a big lesbian audience?
Kind of. I think
Yeah.
because I think deep down they all think I am gay.
When people come to your show, not a show in a club, but when people come to a show where you're on the bill and you do crowd work, everyone is eager to give you stories about how they take pictures of themselves, their
Yes.
penises, etc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's shy.
It's very strange. I bring something out of people. There was this one, the Rally Improv a couple of years ago, and the guy didn't press record, and I'll never get over it because there's a mother and her son in the front row.
Yeah.
And the mother takes photos of her son's asshole for his OnlyFans. And I was like, excuse me? And they went into full detail of how she like helps him open it up and gets the lighting. And I was like, and as it was happening, I'm like, this clip's gonna go viral. And then after the guy's like, I forgot to press record. And I'm like, ah. But like people just, I didn't ask. I go, oh, what do you do? And then immediately the mom's like, I help him. And I was like, I would never have asked. I never would have been like, hey, mom, do you help your son prime his asshole for his photos? Like, that's never something that would come out. People just feel very open. Even like, I'll be at a show and I'll be like.
Open in many ways.
I'll
yes.
literally be like, hey, are you guys together? Yeah, he fucking cheated on me last week. Fucking get him. And I'm like, what? Like insane things happen like that. I'm like, I'm not trying to get these things out of people. They just willingly.
So when you're doing crowd work with a mother who photographs her son's ass, do you think your comebacks and jokes are funny or just trying to keep up with the craziness of what's being laid down?
I think at that point I'm trying to keep up. And
Yeah,
if I can
yeah,
get
yeah.
something clever in there here and there, I think, yeah. I think you might have seen one on my Instagram that was one of the crazier ones where this landlord told me he had 2 guns and he was like kind of threatening me.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it was pretty wild. It went like crazy viral. And then he waited for me outside the club.
What do you do for work, sir?
I'm an inner city landlord.
You? The most hated man in here right now. You guys are looking good right now. You give off big landlord energy, too.
You know what? I go to work every day with a 45 on my head and a 380 in my pocket.
Oh, Milwaukee is right. Oh, my God. You're a day late. You just wake up to a barrel. What did I say? It's the 2nd of January. It's so scary. 2 guns, 1 landlord. That's going to be the next.
And?
We had to call security. I had to like hide in the green room. We'd like lock the doors of the club. He was like pacing outside the club. He was so fucking
Where was
mad
the
at me.
club?
In Milwaukee, outside Milwaukee. It was like the Brookside comedy, the Brookfield, whatever it's called, outside of. It was really insane because he was like going because I got the whole crowd to boo him because he said he was a landlord, an inner city landlord, and I was like boo.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got 2 guns, and I was like 2 guns, 1 landlord, and I just was like saying stupid shit, and he was like getting so mad, and then his girlfriend's like, you better fucking watch yourself, and I was like, okay, and at that point I like looked at the clock and it was like 45 to an hour, and I was like, I'm getting off. Like, I don't know what you have. There was no like wand for this guy to get in. I'm like, I'm actually going to leave now.
And sometimes clubs
Ta-ta.
don't have security. Security is who's ever the bartender that night.
Sometimes, yeah. But like now there's like wands.
Right.
So I had where was I recently? And I was like kind of freaked out. Oh, I had this really creepy guy in Arizona that we were trying to keep away from me. And I was like, we got to make sure we have a wand in case he comes because he's been saying some pretty violent stuff to me. So I'm like, this guy can't come in. And if he sneaks in somehow, we need to make sure. So they had like crazy security, which which is insane.
Yeah. Was this one of the I don't like other female comedians?
No, this guy just
And-
kept saying he wanted to rape me over and
Oh,
over, which is
wow,
nice. We
wow.
love that. So I guess he doesn't like women.
Right.
Because I don't think that's something you say to a woman that you really like.
Also, he's not one where you try to convince to like other female
No, I don't want him to
comedians.
like me.
Yeah.
I wish he
Or
didn't like
anyone.
me.
Yeah, I
and he
know.
kept being like, "You're so funny,"
By
and
the
I'm
way,
like, "What the
like
heck?"
you. Yeah.
Like me. I'm like, please don't like me. Get the hell out of here.
When you tear into a guy and he's there with his girlfriend, will the girlfriend usually defend him or no?
Loves it.
Loves it, right?
The amount of women I get that message me before a show saying, "I'm sitting here about VIP. Here's my husband. Make fun of him."
And will you seek them out?
No, I don't ever
yeah.
seek people out. Like
Right.
unless a guy's like not enjoying himself or he's like crossed arms or he's like heckling me, then I'll go off on somebody. I don't just like go on stage and go, "This guy's an idiot." Like sometimes it looks like that in my clips, but I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Sometimes when there's someone who's very good at crowd work or just, very intuitive with the audience, they do that. But you also have a very polished set. So are you kind of taking in information as you're also doing your act? Are you kind of seeing everything
Yes.
and scanning the room? Does that come naturally or have you had to work on that?
That it does come naturally, but I think sometimes it's a curse. I know a lot of comedians can relate to this. If you're like killing and you find one person out of the corner eye that hates you, it'll ruin my whole fucking set.
Right,
and I'll try to ignore it and then I'll go to it. And obviously I'm not going to get anything from this person. They hate me. But I started in improv. So I think because of that, my improv troupe, we were called the Dumb Cunts. With a K.
With a K.
With a K. So
Okay,
it was
fine.
nice.
Okay,
it was
yeah,
cute. And how we would open
with
every
a
show
K.
is we would all get like a word and we'd all do like full monologues.
Yeah.
And then those would go into the thing and we'd end in a monologue. And so I think I was just used to like getting, I don't know, suggestions, I guess. And
When you're doing your act, some comedians say they're like in a Zen set and they can't really see anything else, but you are also aware of all your surroundings.
Oh, yeah.
Not just for safety's sake and these stalker types, but you, I think, are also looking at potential, next victims, next people to riff with, that sort of thing.
yeah, I'm looking, especially the new hour, especially when I'm on the road.
Yeah.
I'm doing like, I try doing like 20 to 30 minutes of crowd work every time.
Right.
Because people like, and if I don't do crowd now, people are like, "What the heck?" And I'm like, sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes crowd work's hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm exhausted. I could just easily phone in and do my jokes. But like, especially if anyone sees me in LA, like when I'm at the store, I pretty much do crowd work there, especially the OR, the original room. It's like such a good room for it because there's so like, you can see everybody in there. So anybody to talk to, and there's always something going on.
The plus side of crowd work too is it could go viral. You put it out as a clip and you're not burning your sets that
Yes.
you worked on so much. The downside of that is everyone thinks, I've heard other comedians complaining, people think this is what comedy is. It's an aspect of comedy and it shouldn't be looked down upon, but it's not all that comedy is. And people think that you come to a comedy club and it's all just someone making fun of you.
Yeah.
And I've also talked to Chris Gethard, made a really good point that he's more of these monologists. I don't know if he'd use the word, but he's a storyteller. There are jokes in there. And he's also a great improviser and he'll interact with an audience. But the kind of crowd that's conditioned to think, I'm going to go to a comedy club and I'm going to see someone get destroyed. That's not his crowd. That's not a great crowd.
No. It is really, that is a really good point. The issue is the algorithm. We have to fucking feed it so much that even if I did put out all these jokes, I would still need more.
Yeah.
Because we're posting 4, 5, 6 clips a week. Who the fuck has that kind of material? No one does. So it's like, I have to, and it's funny actually, because someone did DM me recently being like, I watched your special hesitantly, because I've only seen your clips online and it looks like all you do is yell at men. And I'm like, obviously I wouldn't do a special. I'm just yelling at men.
That could be a good name for a special, by the way.
I would. Now, no man would really watch it. I'm like, obviously I'm not just doing that. Like people don't realize, like, also if you follow a comedian, you'll see that I do post jokes and I do post, like, I post a lot of sketch on my
right. Because you have a background.
Yeah, but I do way more. I prefer posting sketch than anything else.
And in a minute, we'll be back with more of Steph while we'll talk about sketch, Canadianness, Canadianin, Lady Stash, all of it. So we're back with Steph Tolev. Hello. This is funny. You should mention, you know that. You were just with us. So you were in a group. It was you and Stephanie Hogg?
No, Allison Hawk.
Allison Hawk
Yeah.
in Lady Stash.
Yes.
And before we were talking about how unsupportive Canada is with its stand-ups. But I think, you tell me, that when you're in a group like that and you're winning Juno Awards for a very specific, like best women comedy group, was that it?
We won an award at Just for Laughs years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like a Just for Laughs award at like a Montreal
But I
Sketch
think
Fest,
there is a nurturing maybe up to the point of being able to fly the nest that Canada wants to celebrate its own sons and daughters to some extent.
I mean, no.
Okay.
The two of us, we were a sketch duo. We still are a sketch duo.
Okay.
We just wrote a TV show together. She's my best friend. I was in her wedding party.
Is that where you got the sun poisoning in Mexico?
No, that was my sister's wedding.
Oh.
A lot of weddings I've been getting poisoned at. But we couldn't get into the Toronto Sketch Fest. Where we're from, we submitted 6 years straight.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get in. We had to go to the Chicago Sketch Fest, the Women's Funny Fest. We had to go to every other festival around us because we couldn't get into our own fucking. So it's like they really, I don't understand because I find so many Canadians so funny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys are not helping us at all.
Right.
Like the clubs out there keep booking the same people. They're like barely booking women still to this day, like two of the main clubs in Canada. But there's a really good place called the Comedy Bar. It's got Gary Wright outside. He was a sketch performer. And that's like one of the main places in Canada. Most comics from here go out there. That's the place they do when they go to Toronto now. Because it's like, it's well run and it's like, he'll put improv, all these different people can come in and play. He's not just like a weird gate. Because there's like gatekeepers in Canada. There's like three main gatekeepers. And they're like, it's bizarre. Like Pat Bircher, hilarious. I think he's only done Just for Laughs once. He should have been doing it for fucking years. Like it's bizarre the way they, I don't know.
But Just for Laughs is very open and has broken a lot of American, U.S. comedians.
Yes.
They just don't do it with the Canadians.
It's a Canadian festival. And 3 years ago when I did it, I did like the Canadian State of the Union. And I was like, I don't think you should let me do this because I'm not going to be nice about it. And like, no. There was, I think, 20 Canadian comedians and like 200 Americans.
Yeah.
We live there.
I know.
We're in Canada.
I know.
So it's like they're just really. I don't know what it is.
Are you guys not picking up the lessons of Trump and trade wars and protectionism? You got to protect your own.
I'm trying to get the word out
tariffs
here
on all these Americans coming over.
Ian Bagg, he won't go back Just for Laughs because there's a bunch of shit that happened there. But like Ian Bagg's one of the funniest people at the Comedy Store now. Like you can't follow him.
Is the CBC part of this problem?
No, they're just like they're so clean.
Yeah.
That like I can't really do anything with it.
When you talk to legends of Canadian comedy, as you have on your show, maybe they're older, but when you've had members of Kids in the Hall, when
Scott
you've
Thompson,
had SCTV people, do they say it was like that in the old days or has it become?
They all had to come out here still.
They did
too.
all have to come out
they did.
there.
Like Jim Carrey, well, one of the famous stories about him is that Yuck Yucks, one of the main clubs in Canada that also won't work me, the guy who owns it keeps claiming that he's the first Jim Carrey up. He told Jim Carrey to get the fuck out of his club. And there's a picture of him on the wall. I'm like, he's never worked here. You told him he sucks and to get the fuck out. So it's like insane. They're trying to take ownership of people they've told that we're shit.
Now, one of the theories about why Canadians are so funny is that they're in the culture, but not of the culture. So they're observing America, a little like an anthropologist, taking notes on American culture, and they could come here and tell us what's funny about ourselves.
That, and I think we are heavily influenced by British comedy.
Of course.
Because that's all I had on TV. Like I never got like American channels as a kid. It was all British stuff. So I watched like Fawlty Towers, Keeping Up Appearances. I don't know if you've ever seen, That's a Fair Show. Ever seen that show? Keeping Up Appearances?
No,
oh my
no.
God. It's bizarre, but that was so funny. What was the one with this gay man? It was like one of the first openly gay men characters I saw on, it was like they worked at like
something called Robin's Nest, which was what Three's Company.
Okay.
Robin's Nest was the inspiration. Yeah.
But it was just like, I watched so much of that stuff. And I think a lot of us just watched like, and the Kids in the Hall, like that's so wacky for us all to be brought up on that. And SCTV, like that was such bizarre stuff. And I think especially a lot of Canadian comics, that's what we watched.
I think that what you're putting your finger on, and you know very well with stand-up comedy, I can see what you're saying. With sitcoms, I know the CBC has their own thing, but I always watch shows like Kim's Convenience and Schitt's Creek, and you'll see not the background players, but people who come in for a scene, non-ringers, non-people who are not already famous. So people who are actors and actresses in Canadian comedy, and they're just as good as the Americans.
Yes.
They're probably better, but so many of them don't even try, from what I understand, to come here and translate. I don't know. Maybe there's a safety to it.
There's a safety to it. It's hard. It's hard to pick up your whole fucking life and leave everything you know and love and come out here. Like knowing nobody, knowing nothing, getting a green card is so hard.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Do you have that special kind of is H-1B visa where you're a special talent?
I have a full green card.
Yeah.
So I'm applying for my citizenship right now. I was supposed to take the test last week, but there were riots in LA, so they canceled my test.
Yeah, I know.
So now
when we
I'm
started, you were talking about how muggy New York was, but LA's got the riots, so
I know it's I don't go downtown ever, so I missed the whole thing.
Out of ice reasons?
Well, I'm like that, and I can't be. Yeah, I'm like I'm still on my green card here. I can't be. I can't be picked up.
And a stance on any of this.
I'm like people are like, why are you supporting? I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not a citizen. I can't fucking say shit. I had to like delete a bunch of stuff on my Instagram, my Twitter, because apparently when you cross the border in Canada and come back, you can get pulled. I'm gonna get pulled in a secondary because of my green card.
They'll ask you about it.
They're gonna go through my social media.
Yeah.
So sorry, get out of my DMs, lady who keeps yelling at me for not supporting. I'm like, I can't. If I was a citizen, I would fucking say something, but I'm like, as of right now.
I read that story about the Canadian student at Columbia University who basically got kicked out of America for covering what was going on at the university for the university newspaper.
Yep.
So it's real.
It's real.
Yeah,
it is real.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
a lot of things happening. So I'm like,
the day you become a citizen, is it game on?
maybe.
Are we getting a special about that?
I'm going to be political now. No more filth.
Is it Uncle Sam going in orifices that we never talked about before?
I never do politics. I don't know much about them. And I'm just like, I let people who are smart do that. So I do the fart jokes. They can.
So what was the idea behind, beside you and your friend having this great relationship, what do you want to say with Lady Stash? What were you doing that was different? Because it's weird. It's funny and wacky and personal. And,
we were just kind of doing like just stuff that was like, it's just supposed to be funny to anybody. Like it wasn't like gender specific comedy. It was just like two girls just doing stupid stuff, like just dumb scenarios. Like we play
often
this
in mustaches.
Like we would play men a lot, and then we would kiss at the end of every scene when we did that, and people were so annoyed by it, but we loved it because it was so funny. Two women with mustaches kissing on stage was like so confusing to people. But we have a couple. We have 2 albums out now. We just wanted to be just like goofy. Yeah, just goofy, and that's it.
Do you think the stand-up is the star that the wagon is hitched to? Other things are happening to you for you because of the stand-up?
I guess. I don't know what else is happening.
So when you came out, I wrote this note. I just wanted to. I'm taking notes on Filth Queen, and what I wrote to myself was, okay, tell me what you think of this. Like, you know who she reminds me of? Dave Attell combined with Rizzo from Grease.
That's the nicest compliment anyone's ever given me in my entire life. I love that. I don't see that, but I love that because I think Dave Attell's the funniest person on the planet.
The Dave Attell intonation, right? The way you have this, it's like a character within a character. A certain way sometimes. I don't want to do you, but like a little like whispery thing. Yes. Yeah.
And then I go like kind of deeper and yeah.
And he does the yeah. I think so.
Okay,
I want to see a panda is a Dave Attell punchline. You're like, yeah, what is she up to?
I do like that. And I've heard the Grease thing a lot. I usually get compared to Chris Farley. That's like the main one.
Okay.
But physicality wise.
But I think it has to be, a little bit around the stage. Yeah. But I think it has to specifically be the Stockard Channing Rizzo from Grease. I don't know. Okay. I've never seen any on Broadway.
I haven't either.
Yeah. But she's also was playing a high school student when she was like 32 in that.
Yeah.
And it reads,
Yes.
Like when you're a little kid, you don't realize what's going on, but then you're like, yeah, she was kind of 32. Wasn't she? Yeah.
Was that Grease 2 or Grease 1?
That was the only Grease. That was Grease 1. Grease 2 was one of these weird sequels.
I never saw it because my boyfriend's uncle's in it.
What?
Christopher McDonald. He's like apparently the bad guy in it.
In Grease
2. Yeah.
Interesting. Your boyfriend's uncle is Christopher McDonald.
Yes.
Was the bad guy in Grease 2.
And he also is Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't know. Grease 2 is like the one that people always remember him from. And I'm like, I've never seen it.
Wait, he gets remembered from Grease 2 more than
the
Shooter
older,
McGavin.
like my parents know him from that, and like my aunt and stuff. But like I think like the normal.
I know Michelle Pfeiffer sang a song called Dream Rider. That's the only thing I know about Grease 2.
I know nothing
Yeah.
about it, but he was in the movie.
Well,
I
you said I've never seen it because he was in it.
No. I've
No.
never seen. No, I just didn't. I've never seen it.
Yeah. Grease 1's a good watch.
No,
by
Grease
the way.
1. I've seen Grease 1.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No,
Stop it,
I'm
yeah,
not crazy. I've seen Grease 1. Yeah. I'm not watching it now because I just haven't seen it.
When you do that voice or that persona, is it? Well, you tell me. What do you think's going on?
I don't. Now that you've mentioned it, I actually don't know. When I'm maybe it's for emphasis reasons, but like I feel like when I just get into some things, I guess I just go down to that like gravelly voice. But I'm like, I don't think a lot while I'm up there.
Yeah,
To be honest,
yeah.
like I kind of like zone out.
So is that the kind of thing you'd be doing in real life to friends if you were?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because a lot of those stories I did on stage because I was telling to my friends, they were like dying laughing. So I'm like, okay, these translate just in conversation. So I
Right.
feel like they translate on screen.
Because at first I was saying to myself, is it like, you know how Jim Gaffigan has this high voice where he's commenting on the Jim Gaffigan joke that he just said? And then you have this, it seems like you're almost, my interpretation, you're saying to the audience, all right, you're in it with me now.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
conspiratorial.
Yeah, I think I just like.
we whisper in
And
conspiracies.
I like the way I like to change the tone a little bit, even for myself, if I'm telling a
Correct.
story to make it like a bit more interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
And you squat also when you say it.
I squat a lot.
You do squat a lot.
I don't realize.
Tell
the
me about the
squatting-
squatting.
I don't know what the squatting is. I think I just feel powerful. The lower and the firmer I am down
Right.
there. I don't know what it is.
It's very earthy.
is
a lot
earthy.
of a lot of your bodily content. It's very of the earth. It's yeah.
yeah. I've also never thought like that. Yeah, I don't think a lot about like sometimes I'll watch myself like if I'm editing clips and I'm like, what? I don't even. What am I doing?
Uh-huh.
Like I'm like, no wonder my back hurts.
Uh-huh.
Because I normally when I'm telling a story, I'm like, I'm handsy, but I'm not going to be bending over backwards and flipping my arm around like I am on stage. And then
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
are bending over.
it's crazy. My sciatica's out of whack. I couldn't even walk this morning. It was so bad.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't you have training as a Scottish dancer?
I do. That's probably why that all happens.
How
but
did that happen? Was your mom
my
secretly
mom taught
Scottish?
it. No one's Scottish. Made no sense. My mom just started teaching it when she was, I think, 17.
Yeah.
And then
So she
Put
got
me
you
in
and
it.
your sister into it. Did it
And that's
help
it.
you in any way? Performing?
performance
Before
wise,
people?
yes. Because I
Yeah.
would perform in front of like huge groups. Like when I was really young, like some competitions had like 800 people.
Right.
So I was never like nervous going on stage.
Right.
And like I always.
And even when you ate like a full baked potato beforehand.
Yeah,
I heard that story.
Yeah, I did love to eat. I still do. Yeah, I'm never nervous on stage.
And your mom apparently had a dancer who's like the greatest in the history of the
Yeah.
world.
Yes. Yeah, she's still like number one. She's still, I think, Guinness
What
Book
kind of
Records.
rankings are they? I don't know anything about this subculture.
It's just like they have one huge competition every year called the World Championships, and it's held
Okay.
in Scotland.
that makes sense.
That's the biggest one. So there's-
Hibernia.
Yes. So there's 3 age groups. It's like
Okay.
I think it's like 9 to 12, 12 to 16, and then 16 and over.
Right.
So all 3. That's it. You have to do a competition the day before to qualify to even get into the Worlds. I never even qualified. I was so bad.
Did you dance in a group or by
No,
yourself?
it's all by yourself.
Oh, it's all by
So it's all
yourself.
individual. Just
Yeah.
my mom's dancing school. There's like a bunch
And
of
it's
us that would go.
choreography involved, or is it all like the same? What do they
It's
call it?
4
Yeah.
dances that you
Okay.
do, the exact same. So everyone
Oh my
dances it the
God.
exact same way, the exact same steps,
That's-
and then they judge you on that.
I guess that's fair for judging, but it doesn't seem that
Yeah.
creative.
It's not
at
that
all.
creative.
And
When
also,
you're there-
it's very the half your body's not moving, right?
It's
Isn't the top-
just the arms are moving and your legs are moving like crazy, but it's the sound of the bagpipes. Like I'll hear it now and go, like I hate it because it's like the same song over and over and over and over.
Oh my
So the
God.
piper will play the exact same fucking song the exact same way. At all, it's daunting. If you don't like bagpipes, it's very hard.
And
to
no
watch.
one really likes bagpipes unless they have to. No one's ever sought out a bagpipe. No other culture invented a bagpipe.
It's when they're in a pipe band, it's cool.
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
have the drums and everything,
Sure.
like on the all
When
that
all the other
together
instruments to get over the sound of the
really helps,
bagpipes.
because the
Yeah,
bagpipes,
yeah.
but bagpipes as a whole sound fun, but by themselves, it's just singeing in your ear. It's
Yeah.
not a great sound.
And for me, it always reminds me of funerals.
It's very funerally, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
someone's dying for sure. That's
It's a
always
weird, it doesn't seem to be the sport or activity that I would guess would lead to the Steph that we see today.
No, and
Because
I
it's
was
so
like-
stifling in a way.
It
and
is.
rigorous. Not that, you don't have rigor in what you do, but it does seem like very non-creative and very compulsory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I played a lot of sports too in school, but that still is like would make me stiffer. So I don't
Yeah.
really know.
And did you do any actual Bulgarian cultural things,
No.
or did you just
No,
appropriate
nothing.
Scottish culture?
That's exactly what we did my whole life. Yes, nothing Bulgarian at all.
What would a Bulgarian culture
There is
activity
Bulgarian
be?
dancing.
Okay.
There's like specific. They have like this whole cool white outfit on. They're all like
with the
kinda doing it
red,
together.
with the red and
yeah. They're like the
green
little
fringes?
embedding, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It looks. I mean, at like weddings, we would do the thing. We'd all jump around, like throw plates and shit. But that we never. That's all we did. Nothing at all.
The Greeks say opa. What does the Bulgarians
Yeah, I think we say opa. We have like a little like a cloth thing that the person at the end has to wave around. I really don't know, and I really should know.
It's so
bad.
interesting.
It is, and I should know something, but I do not.
How into your Bulgarian heritage you are.
I'm
What?
clearly
So your dad
not.
and mom are Bulgarian?
No, my dad. But my dad's born in Canada. So my
Okay.
grandparents
Yeah.
born in Bulgaria.
Is there a big Bulgarian population in Canada?
There weirdly kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. I guess a lot of them just fled Bulgaria and came to Canada years ago.
Yeah. Ukrainians too. There's
And
like weird-
there's like we
yeah.
have a huge like Greek town in Toronto. Like it's
I've been there. Yes. And the Greeks and the Bulgarians aren't that different, though they probably, hate each other going back years. Not like the Turks and the Greeks.
No.
Everyone is beef back from the old country.
Everyone has beef. The new country. Everyone's always fighting for no damn reason. We're all
Yeah.
gonna die. Can we just watch my special and get over it?
And that comforts you. That's there for
That's it.
comfort.
God, thanks.
Yeah. Do you think that wow, so we've got to this Scottish dancing. The immobility. I can't get over the immobility of the torso. It seems like if someone just introduced a little gyration or a pivot.
Well, there is a pivot. You
Yeah.
you
Tell
haven't
me.
seen enough of it.
Okay.
There is one dance called the Highland Reel where you all,
I know the Highland Reel,
where
yeah.
you dance with somebody else and you pivot around with them.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why. There's got to be some Scottish folklore as to why their body was like up straight and they're like, I don't know. Maybe if you watch Braveheart, you'll figure it out. I
Yeah,
don't know.
or a lot of Lord of the Dance, Michael
but
Flatley?
that's not the same as Highland.
That's not.
So they really don't move their upper body. We at least have arm movements.
Right.
So arms are up, arms
You
are
have
down,
that.
arms are in fists.
You tell yourself that. You have that to hang your
'cause
hat
they,
on.
Well, they only have their arms are straight. Our arms
You
are
just-
never straight down.
All the Scottish people do is make fun of the Lord of the Dance people. Their arms
we
are straight.
we have to.
You
Their
guys
arms are very
stiff.
straight. Ours are moving.
So if you're doing on stage what comes naturally or you're not even sure of what you're doing, are you taking note of this motion gets a laugh and this motion doesn't?
Sometimes, like if a big act out gets like a big laugh, obviously I'll do that again.
Yeah.
But if I'm just like,
But you don't know why you do it the first time, you're saying.
Yes, and then especially now because we watch all our clips back, I'll be like, oh, that's funny. I should do that again.
Do you have more variation with the physicality or with the language of jokes?
Probably physicality.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think physicality is like a punchline sometimes for half my stuff. But
Will you change up how most comedians, once they get the perfect rhythm for the joke, they like to hit it in that rhythm? But what
Yeah.
about you with act outs and motions?
I
and
mean, sometimes I have to
hands?
change it because literally my back is seizing up. So
Oh my God.
I know. When I was like younger, I'm like, God, this was so much easier. But now I have to like fully stretch.
It's all the
my toes.
squatting and the voices.
It's the
and
squatting, the voices.
dummies in the
it's-
crowd.
If I could have a dummy every show, I would be obsessed with that.
Uh-huh.
If it wasn't like a pain in the ass to lug a dummy through TSA, I would have one at every show. Just because it's funny. To end my set by throwing a dummy in the crowd is like absurd.
Does it count as prop comedy?
Yeah, for sure. I love prop comedy.
Oh, really?
Oh, I think prop comedy's hilarious. If you ever see Lady Stash, I would always, one of our biggest sketches we ever had was that I had a penis as an arm. And I was
But
like,
that's a sketch. That's sketch.
but that's still prop and it's hilarious having a dick as an arm. And then
Yes.
we did like later down the road, we did like a sequel where I finally got the surgery and then I just got a bigger dick.
I got the surgery.
I got a huge dick
Like
instead of
your
the keep
dad's
this falling. Yeah. I got the old Pete Tolev. Yeah. Can I get the biggest dick you have? Oh yeah, my dad's. That's what I want.
My dad.
I love my dad's dick. Thank you so much.
Do you think he was upset he didn't have boys?
I do. I
Yeah.
literally, that's part of my joke where I'm like, my dad like can't brag. Cause I'm sure like, I don't know if other guys look at their dicks. Well, I actually, my God, the Laugh Factory last week, I hope they friggin' filmed it. This guy in the front was the two sons. And I go, I don't know why I asked, but I go, who's got the biggest dick in the family? And the sons were kind of like taken aback. And the dad goes, when he was a kid, he had the biggest dick I've ever seen. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And the son was like, what? And he goes, I never told you, your dick was huge when you were a baby. And I was like, oh my God. And his son was like so upset. The crowd loved it though, I will say.
Can you imagine though the big dick dad having the just small dick son?
Oh,
It's
the
it would be
dad said he didn't
sad.
have a big dick. He said his son did.
No, that's fine. That works
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
That's a source of pride.
Oh,
I'm
but
saying,
I say- oh,
let's
yes,
say
yes,
Pete
yes.
Tolev, let's say there was a Stephen Tolev.
Yeah. No, I know he's pissed off because that's why I end the joke by saying, now I know where I got my labia from. And I don't think he loves that. I don't think he loves that so
And your
much.
cousins, your gingerbread house making cousins.
They're Canadian. They're not Bulgarian.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on
But
the
I
female
mean,
side.
are they well endowed?
I don't know. I haven't,
don't know.
I haven't looked at my cousin's penis. No, sorry, just my dad's.
I wouldn't ask
only
most
look at my
people.
dad's dick.
Well, you
That's
didn't
it.
even mean to. It was just there in the sweatpants.
It was there in the sweatpants because he wears shorts all year round. So
Oh, really?
yeah, winter he shovels snow in his cut off sweatpants shorts. It's a very bizarre man.
You should. I could tell you thank him for all the comedy.
I do, and he. The problem is he finds it hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Like my dad finds me funnier than anybody else. Like it's almost gross, actually, how funny he finds me.
Did he encourage you to be the
Not
filth
really.
parts of it? Did he encourage that?
Not really, but my parents act like it's like at first they were like kind of embarrassed, and I remember like one of my earliest memories as a kid was walking to my parents at this. They had a party one night, and I like couldn't sleep because they were screaming. And I came down, and my mom and dad were both fake fucking a blow up doll, and I was like, "Well, you wonder why I'm like this? I didn't want to be like this." Like I come down to that, and they're like, What did you see?" I'm like, "You guys fucking a blow up doll. What do you think I saw?" Like, and they swore around me all the time. Like all I remember was my parents swearing. That's why I didn't even like realize how much I swear.
What you've done is you've just said a thing that's on a scale of 1 to 10, a 2, the swearing, but preceded it with about a 13.
Yes,
They were,
yes.
Wait, they weren't fucking the blow up doll to shock you or as a bit for your benefit?
No, they were doing it at a party. Like they were being
okay.
funny.
I see.
Yeah. And like everyone was laughing, and I walked in on that. I was like,
Yeah.
well, you
See, a
wonder
lot
why.
of kids, a lot of comedians will say, I would remember staying at the top of the stairs and listening to these droll, adroit adult conversations. But your version of that is,
Much different.
yes,
Yeah,
your
much
parent
different,
fucking
yeah.
the blow up doll. Yes.
And being silly, like they were goofy, and they were always, their friends always found them funny. So
If you weren't a comedian and a writer and a sketch performer, what would you be?
I mean, I always say like radio, but now I'm like, I think I would just be somebody who like maybe just had a bunch of golden retrievers, and I like just made golden retriever. I know people get mad. I'm not fostering my dog. I don't care. I love my golden retriever so much.
Susan?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I love Susan. I would or I'd live in the woods, or I'd take in a bunch of dogs. Like, have you seen those? Like, where is it? Is it in Cuba or something? Costa Rica, I think, where there's this huge farm, and they bring all these dogs that are like strays.
Yeah.
And have you seen this? And they feed them all, and there's like hundreds of dogs. Like, I'd run that.
Do you think
Bring all these dogs. I'd feed them every day. I'd pet them all.
I used to
away
love
from everybody.
I used to love golden retrievers, and I had an ex-wife who claimed that golden retrievers, and this is why she's an ex-wife. She claimed that golden retrievers were sort of the basic bitch of dogs. Anyone could like a golden retriever. They're very friendly. I'm like, yeah, these are good things.
Yeah.
So like, you don't need to. You don't need to defend the golden. You defend it in terms of, well, it's a purebred, but the breed is this golden retriever, which always wants affection, which is always happy to see you.
Yes.
I say there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, they're also very good with kids.
Yeah.
And my sister has a niece, and like when she's around it, my dog, any kid she sees, doesn't matter on the street, immediately gets down on her back and rolls over. And like strangers come up and pet her, and I'm like, I want her to be around kids. I want her to be good, because I tried to get, actually when I first got my dog, people were up my ass about not fucking fostering, and I tried to go to like, I live right by the Ronald McDonald House, and these old age homes, and I tried to take her to be like, because they see therapy dogs go, and it needs like 3-4 years of schooling to get in there. I'm like, let my dog just get pet by some sick kids.
Yeah.
She's not gonna do anything. I'll sign something and say I'll do whatever. I'm like, even old age homes, they wouldn't let her come in. I'm like, she loves people. These people are dying.
From the day dogs were domesticated, without 4 years of training, they would let people pet them.
No. I can't go into these places that you need like this crazy documentation. I was like, okay, I don't know.
I mean, they say it's charity, but it's not. It seems like
It's not charity,
sort of
how's it
like
charity?
an Ivy League school where you have to get 4 years.
It's crazy. How much money am I spending to get my dog to go in for 1 minute and get pet by a kid? Like, I'm like, I just wanted to go in.
What's it really going to do for the kid, too?
They'd love it. I see all those like, the dog gets on, the kids are like have cancer.
you could
That's my
say-
whole algorithm is hell. I'm like watching these kids bawling my eyes
I
out.
feel bad that you were so affected by the criticism. So people say you should get a
People are
purebred.
very, very mad that
People you know? People you
yes,
respect?
people I don't know, people I know. I had like, I've had like almost more hate over that than my nose, which really upsets men. I don't know what. If you guys saw yesterday on Facebook, I had to find the privacy thing on Facebook where you put in words that guys can't say about you. If anyone saw what I put in there, you'd actually cry. It's so fucking hurtful. I cried on the plane yesterday. It was so bad. I have this video that I just posted with me and my boyfriend where he's like grabbing my tits. It was like my Netflix party, this crazy party. I was so happy. Every comment is men being like, Gru, the penguin. She can't even suck her boyfriend's dick. Her nose is too big. That's not her boyfriend. That's a man. Man. And I'm like hell. I have sparked something with men. They hate me so fucking badly. I'm like, I don't think other female comics get hate this bad. I don't know what it is.
Wow.
Because I guess I come across like confident and like, I don't know. It's so strange.
I wouldn't think that. There are many, many more female comedians who really try to mock men and put men down. And yeah, I think
Maybe
you're more
Lisa
inclusive.
Lampanelli. Should ask her if she got hate that bad. I don't know.
She's gone soft. She's now like a born again Christian and doesn't do roast stuff. I think so. Yeah.
Born again Christian.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So the whole, I understand that you write jokes based on what really happened in life. You yelling for Susan to come back at the dog park, that happened?
That happened, yeah.
And you didn't realize how it would play until it played?
I mean, that I knew. That was crazy because she also, when you name it, like honestly naming a dog a human name, like she really doesn't listen to me at all. Maybe this is
You
my
think
training.
that's why?
Well, it's always my training. It's my training. She's so cute. I can't get mad at her. But her recall is so bad.
But tell me about
always screaming Susan.
Tell me about specifically the name Susan. It's a little bit of an outdated name. Most Susans now are something like Sarah's, or if you look at the charts on popularity of names, it's a little on the older generation. Don't meet too many Susans.
Did you ever play the game Guess Who?
No.
Okay, that's a very specific game that I'm. How old are you? Are you around my age? Maybe not. Then you may have played it. It was like he's like, does your person have? And you would like pick the names.
Right, I know this
so
game.
Susan is one of the women on it. There's only 5 fucking women on that board game. Anyways, Susan was the one of 5 and she had white hair.
Okay.
Same color hair, Susan.
Okay.
And I played that game religiously as a child.
Okay.
But like a fun way. I'd be like, oh, who lives in their parents' basement and like molests women? Alfred. And if you know the game, you know it's Alfred with the long red hair and the long red mustache. I could go through every person right now in the game. I'm psycho. But yeah, I named after that.
Do you call Susan Susie?
Susie, Tutu, Pee Head. Okay. Yeah, she's got all the names.
She equally doesn't answer to all of them.
She doesn't answer anything I ever say unless there's a cookie in my hand.
Do you think maybe we should keep her out of the Ronald McDonald house given all this?
She would know. She's good around children. I swear to God, when she's around kids, it's a different dog.
Yeah.
And then when she wouldn't be off leash.
Just when she's
This
around
is when she's
you.
off leash. She's not listening to me. I'm gonna have off leash roaming around the sick kids hospital. There you go, Susan. See you later. Have fun with that.
I have noticed that more people names go towards female dogs than male dogs. Male dogs, it's like game on, and you can get a guy name for a male dog. But I would say the majority of female dogs are named for humans.
I know a little guy. I know a Bruce. It's a cat, and I love that.
Yeah.
Bruce is a good cat name.
Yeah. Letterman had a dog named Bob. That was a good choice.
Bob's good.
Yeah. We had
Bob's
cats
funny.
named Oliver and Layla.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oliver's
now we have
good,
cats
yeah.
named Noki and Matza. So we went
Those
food.
are you and
Food
yeah,
is another.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Susan.
It's just
it's strangely formal.
It's also funny. Like when you look
yeah.
at her, she kind of looks like a Susan when you see her. Yeah.
What if she were a human? What would she do for a living?
Oh, HR. She'd be such a little bitch about it.
Yeah,
she's such a sulk. It's crazy. She's sulking right now. Every time I leave the house, she like acts like I've just molested her. I'm like, I have the best fucking sitter. She's alone for maybe 20 minutes a day. Like she's never alone. She sleeps in bed. I pet her all the time. So annoying.
Do you think having a golden retriever, the most American seeming of dogs, is going to help you get your citizenship?
Maybe I'm going to wrap myself in an American flag and show up with a "Make America Great Again" hat. That's ready to sign the Declaration of Independence or whatever I have to do.
Do you think you're going to be able to ace your citizenship quiz? Do you know all the stuff?
I was practicing and then I stopped.
How many amendments does the Constitution have?
27.
All right. That's it.
See, I knew that one. See that? I knew that one so well. That one I've cemented in my head.
That's
Any
awesome.
other question you asked me, I wouldn't know. That's the only one. Besides
Puerto Rico, name a territory.
Oh shit. Gulf of. What is it now?
You're just trying to give
Guam. She's helping me. She's helping me.
You're just trying to give a sop to the Trump administration by using their Gulf of America
God,
language.
whatever it is, whatever the fuck
you need
it
me
is.
to say.
God.
Was the Fordo obliterated? It was obliterated. Just let me be a citizen.
I'm like, just let me. Otherwise, I have to force my boyfriend to marry me. So.
Well, Steph Tolev's new special is Filth Queen. She is plausibly, arguably the Filth Queen. It's on Netflix, and her very funny podcast is called Steph Infection. Mm-hmm. It's a pun, and it works on a couple levels. Mm-hmm. Truly.
Yes.
Great to meet you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.